preserve Kinder Joy toys in resin for a keepsake photo frame. See how I made this brother's love gift 2026. Hey everyone, hope you all are doing great. I'm fine. Welcome back to my channel, KasturiKreation. Do you want to create a unique photo frame that tells a story? I'm showing you exactly how to embed Kinder Joy toys into resin to make a special keepsake for your sons. Like many of you, I've got a drawer full of these little Kinder Joy surprises my sons have collected. They're too small to play with, but too sentimental to just toss, throw them away, or to discard. What if I told you that these tiny, forgotten Kinder Joy toys could become a timeless keepsake for your kids? Today, we're turning trash into treasure, creating a custom resin photo frame that will blow your mind. So, I figured out a way to preserve those memories forever in a beautiful, functional photo frame. Stick around because I'm going to show you exactly how I did it, step by step. This DIY project is a perfect way to capture those sweet brotherly moments and create a lasting memory that they'll cherish forever. The most sentimental thing is that it's not just made with a special photo of two brothers. It's also preserved their trashy little Kinder Joy toys they usually toss after one day. It didn't just look cute. It changed how I remember their brother love. The project is not complete yet. I will show you it's finished. Look in the next part. So let the magic begin. For this project, I have taken a rectangle, pine wood, 15 by 12 inch Varmala preservation frame with photo compartment. Here I have taken 200 milliliters, a part of resin, and I'm taking 100 milliliters. B part hardener and mixing them well until it's not getting crystal clear. Before mixing anything, I prepared my workstation like I was about to bake. Level surface, gloves on, mixing cups ready, stir sticks ready. Then I mix the resin according to the instructions. Ratio matters. Don't guess. Resin doesn't care about your confidence. Here's the thing. If your surface isn't level, the resin will cure unevenly, and you'll notice it when you try to place the photo. So I checked it twice. After mixing, I poured a thin base layer first. Now, why a base layer? Because it helps your pieces settle in place and reduces the risk of trapping bubbles underneath them. I'm not saying resin is the easiest craft in the world. It's not. But if you want a keepsake that looks like art and also tells a story, resin can do that. And here's where it gets interesting. The challenging part isn't the resin. It is making the toys look ready for resin, preparing the photo frame, and pasting all the decorative items on the right places. I'm going to show you how I sealed the photo frame in every joint, so the resin don't overflow. I have sealed all the pores in the wooden joining to the each and every corner with the help of hot glue sticks. I planned the layout ever before I have mixed resin. I laid out where the photo would sit, where the toys would sit around it, and how much space I needed so the resin wouldn't cover the picture. Now I'm first layering the frame with a thin pouring of colored resin. We can mix the gold dust pigments into the resin, but I don't do that. Hence, I just sprinkled the gold dust over the uncured resin so that it will fix later under the resin. Otherwise, we can spread the gold dust on the frame first and then can pour the resin. This process will make the resin more bright. After sprinkling, let them to be cured for 24 hours. Why I even started this? Okay, so here's the deal. My sons have these Kinder Joy toys that come in those little capsules, tiny plastic. And honestly, they're not designed to last. But the moment I watched my elder son handed his brother the matching toy, I thought, wait, that's the moment. That's the love I want to keep. And of course, I did what every parent does. I saved them for a while, then they started piling up. So instead of letting them fade into the drawer, I decided to turn them into something that would actually live on. Look, after curing the resin, all the gold dust settled down underneath the resin and has created more brighter look. Now, I'm scattering the gold dust randomly over the cured resin. so that we can get the marble looks after pouring the resin. Pouring a thin layer of clear resin on the dust and moving the frame up and down, side by side, for making the abstract patterns by its own, and rest it for approximately 6 hours. Next, we'll move a heat gun to make the resin bubble free. Now, I'm going to place a photography of 2 brothers into the photo compartment, and then all the toys and some glass mosaic tiles carefully into the sticky resin according to my marks. So I started by sorting the figures by shape, because you need them to sit naturally in the frame later. I'm pointing to each figure. Then I cleaned everything. I removed oils and dust particles from the toys without roughing it. So what I did? Warm water and a mild dish soap wash. Gently scrub with a soft brush. Rinse and pat dry. Then I did a quick wipe down with a lint-free cloth, because resin is heavy and fluid. Your toys can shift while you pour, unless you plan for it. That's why I sealed the toys and the tiles with a thin protective layer, so the resin bonds more evenly. Here's where I want you to pay attention. You want your toys to be stable, but not pressed so hard that their shapes get squished into the resin later. Here's one suggestion. Don't rush during the placement time. If you think you will adjust later, that's not going to be redesigned. As resin starts to thicken as it cures, and if you move pieces too late, they can tilt or leave tiny streaks. So for this final frame, I committed to a rhythm. 1. Pour base layer and rest it for 6 hours. 2. Place pieces quickly. 3. Adjust once. 4. Stop touching it. If you see bubbles forming, you can pop them gently, carefully, using the method your resin recommends. I always prefer to use heat gun. Place the toys thoughtfully one by one with same space gaps. After completing all the placements, let them to be cured for 24 hours. Is it looking all the toys dull? Let's add some sparkles on them with this golden glitter pen. Look the change. With some little touches of gold, the appearance of all the toys has been wonderfully transformed. Ever end up with a resin frame that looks, well, less than perfect after you try to add your calligraphy? Yeah, me too. But what I told you, there's one simple trick that makes all the difference. The biggest mistake people make is treating resin like paper or wood. You can't just go at it with any old pen. The surface is super smooth, and sometimes it's even a little tacky. The pen choice is just as crucial. Forget your regular markers. For resin, you need something designed for non-porous surfaces. My absolute favorite? Brand, Zig Posterman, waterproof chalk marker, 711, natural beige 1mm. Fine tip made in Japan. Specifically, the fine tip ones. They lay down opaque color and they dry fast. Another great option is a good quality permanent marker like a Sharpie. But you have to be a bit more careful with the flow. Don't flood or overflow the ink. For permanent markers, just a gentle, consistent pressure is key. The goal is a smooth, steady line, not a watery mess. Okay? This is where most people get frustrated and give up. Before you touch your actual frame, Do a few practice strokes on a scrap piece of plastic, or even a piece of tape or glass. It's all about the lifting technique. Instead of pressing down hard, imagine you're gently guiding the pen. Start your stroke, lay down the ink, and as you finish, lift the pen smoothly. Think of it like a dance slide, controlled movements. This prevents that ugly ink blob at the end of every letter. Seriously, mastering this lift? That's the secret sauce. What if I told you that your resin crafts could literally glow in the dark without any weird chemicals or complicated setups? We're diving into the magic of luminous stones and how to perfectly embed them. These little guys are full of pigments that absorb light during the day or under a bright lamp, and then release it as a soft, beautiful glow in low light. Think fairy dust meets gemstone. The key is choosing the right type. Avoid anything too large, or it'll be hard to get a smooth finish. Carefully place the tiny stones on the wall of the frame with the help of hot glue sticks. The key is layering to create depth. And for that extra oomph, make sure your light source is strong when you're charging them up. What's your biggest struggle when lettering on tricky surfaces like resin? Or challenges you face during placing the items on resin? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to help. If you found this helpful, give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. And if you want more tips on making your crafts absolutely stunning, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss my next video. I've got the next part of this amazing resin art projects coming up with its stunning finished, more polished look. Look at how gorgeous this is already. The luminous stones add such a beautiful touch. Now, while this dries, let's talk about the resin we'll be using in part 2. I'll be using a clear epoxy resin that's perfect for creating a glossy finish. It's durable and will preserve our frame beautifully. In the next part, I'll show you how to choose ornament, how to balance it with the photo, and how to create more attractive look by using the jewel stone. All right, friends, that's it for part 1 of our resin photo frame project. I can't wait to see you in part 2, where we'll be pouring the resin and finishing this beauty. Until then, keep crafting and stay inspired. Bye for now. Jai Shiv Shakti.